Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's K-E-S-H-W-A-N-I, Keshwani. We are here because we want to prepare for SAT. We have been solving SAT math problems out of this book here, the official SAT study guide. If you do not own this book already, purchase one immediately. You're going to need it. The problem that we are about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 700. Please turn to it, page number 700. Today is our lesson number 76. Today is the beginning of our 6th exam. There are 10 exams in this book. We finished yesterday exam number 5, hence 76. There are going to be altogether 150 videos. Today is the beginning of the second half. Problem number 1. This particular section that you have in your hand on page number 700, section number 2, contains 20 multiple choice questions. And since there are 20 questions and they are all of the same type, that tells us that about approximately first 6 or 7 are going to be easy, the middle 6 or 7 are going to be medium, and the last 1/3 are going to be hard, about 6 to 7. So in the beginning, they're quite straightforward. The page 1 and 2, they're quite straightforward. All the problem, as a matter of fact, we're going to do are classified as easy questions except one. Number 1. Miss Yoon arrived at the grocery store. When she arrived at the grocery store, there were 5 packages of hot dogs left on the shelf, we are told. One package contained 12 rolls, and each of the other package contained 4 rolls. So there are 5 packages altogether. One was a 12 roll, each of the others were 8 rolls, and there are 4 of them. There are 4 of them, and each containing 8 rolls. And if she purchased all 5 of them, how many hot dogs did she buy? Oh, crying out loud, 8 times 4 is 32, plus a 12. She bought a total of 44 hot dogs. The answer is C. The answer is C. Number 2. A, B, and C are points on a line in that order. A, B, and C are points on the line in that order. We are told that A to B, we are told, is 30. I did not draw C yet because we don't know how far C is going to be. And B to C, you have to read carefully. It doesn't say B to C is 20, it says B to C is 20 more than A to B. A to B is 30, so B to C is 20 more than that, which means B to C is going to be 30 plus 20 is 20 more than that, is 50. So from here to here is 30, and from here to here is 50. This is 30. And the question simply is, what is the distance from A to C? A to C is 30 plus 50 for a total of 80. That's it. Number 3. If x plus 3 equals A, what is the value of 2x plus 6? Well, in the questions like this is one of their favorite questions where they ask, you don't have to waste your time trying to figure out, solve for x and then figure out what 2x plus 6 is. Don't do that. Just realize they're they're asking for 2x plus 6. 2x is 2 times x and 6 is 2 times 3. So just multiply this equation by 2, this side of the equation by 2, and multiply this side by 2. That's it. The answer is 2x, which is 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times 3 is 6, equals 2 times A. The answer is C. The answer is C. Number 4. Page number 701. Number 4. We are given a graph here. On x-axis they show us the score on test number 1. On the y-axis they show us the score on test number 2. For which student was the change in score from test 1 to test 2 the greatest? And we have 5 students. A, B, C, D, and E. I'm assuming that you have the book in front of you. As I always tell you, you must have the book in front of you. You must read the problem on your own. If you do not own this book, it is imperative, it is crucial, it is vital that you buy one immediately. I cannot emphasize more than that. You cannot simply sit there and listen to me explain the problem to you. You must read the problem yourself. So if you look at person A, here's the score on exam number 1, here's the score on exam number 2. The person A has a score of 70 in exam number 2, 40 in exam number 2, 70 in the other one, so the difference is 30. B had a score of 40 again. If you look at the chart, in the second exam he scored 60, so he had a difference of 20. C had a score of 60 and a 70, the change was 10. Person D, if you look at it, he scored 80 in the first exam and 80 in the second exam. The change was 0. And E had a score of 80 in the first exam, but then he drops. In the first exam he scores 80, if you look at the x-axis for E. In the second exam he scored only 60. So he dropped by 20, the change was negative 20. Therefore, since they are asking which of these three people improved the most from exam 1 to exam 2, the answer is A, because A had an improvement of 30. Number 5. Number 5. In question number 5, they are looking for their average on test number 2. Okay, read very carefully. They are not looking for the average on exam number 1, they are looking for average on exam number 2. The score for exam number 2 is right here, so I'm just going to leave them there, and we have to figure out their average. Now listen, there are a couple of ways. When somebody asks you to figure out the average of a bunch of numbers, there are a couple of ways you can do it. One is the traditional way, the orthodox way, the classical way, the traditional, the algebraic, the arithmetic way, the geeky way, the nerdy way, which is to add up all the numbers and divide by however many numbers you have. That's one way. Another way is this. Look, we have a 60 here, put a 60 right here. We have another 60 here, put it here. Then we have a 70 and a 70, two 70s. I shouldn't have started from this far out, because now I'm running out of room. So we have 60, 60, 70, 70, and then finally an 80. Okay, listen what happens. Average is a very simple concept, and yet I'm amazed that most people know. Obviously everybody knows, or not most people, everybody knows how to figure out the average, but most people actually do not have intuitive understanding behind it. What does the concept of average convey? Concept of average, this is an interesting topic, and if you're interested you can just type in average and watch some of my videos that I have on that topic. Math problem, I should have made a note of it. Next time, tomorrow I will give you math problems. The tag simply is math problems, and then tomorrow I'll give you the day numbers where we did the problems based on the concept of average. It's an egalitarian concept. Let's learn this word. We're digressing big time here. Egalitarian. What does egalitarian mean? Egalitarian means everybody is equal. Everybody is equal. Again, I don't have my vocabulary list with me, so I cannot tell you which day we learn this word. Tomorrow's video, I'm going to give you the day for the word egalitarian that you can learn in the vocabulary videos, and I'm going to give you the day numbers where we did some average problems. In the village of average, everybody is equal. That's what it means. When somebody asks you what's the average of 4 and 5, what's the average of 4 and 5? The average of 4 and 5 is 4.5. Why? Because this guy has $4, this guy has $5. The question is, how do I make them equal? Well, take 50 cents from here and give it to him. Take 50 cents, take a half a dollar from this guy and give it to this guy. If you take away half a dollar from this guy, he has $4.50 and he has $4.50. There you go. That's why the average is 4.5. What's the average of 6, 7, and 8? Well, this guy has $7, this guy has $8, this guy has $6, this guy has $2, this is the middle one here. This guy has $1 less than the guy in the middle. So how do I make him 7? Well, this guy has $1 more. This guy has $1 less. This is the guy in the middle. This guy has $1 more, so take $1 from this guy and give it to this guy. And now everybody has 7. Which is why the average is 7. That's what we have to do here. This is 70, this is 70, this is 80. Why don't we take 10 from this guy and give it to this guy? So this becomes 70, this becomes 70, this is already 70, this is already 70. The problem is this guy is still 60. This guy is still $10 short. He's still $10 short. How are we going to take care of that? that $10 has to be distributed equally among the 5 people. So what's going to happen is now, what's going to happen now is this. So at this point in the story, this is 60, this is 70, this is 70, this is 70, and this is 70. Why does this become 70 and 70? Because we took $10 from this guy. Let's give them names so that we can talk about these people instead of calling them this guy and that guy. We took $10 from Mr. E and gave it to Mr. B. We took $10 from him and gave it to him. You see, which is why it's plus 10 and this is minus 10. So now B 70, C 70, D 70 and E 70. But not this guy. He's $10 short. That $10 has to be equally distributed among 5 people. So what's going to happen is this. We're going to take $2 from this guy. That $10 has to be equally distributed among 5 people. We're going to take 2 guys from this guy. We're going to take 2 guys from this guy. We're going to get 2 guys from this guy. And $2 from this guy. We have taken $8 so far. And we give it to this guy. Voila. We take $2 from... First, we give $10 to B. And then after we have given $10 to him, we realize that now this guy is $10 short compared to the old average there. So we take $2 from each of them and we give it to him. And the answer is 68, 68, 68, 68, and 68. Voila. The average of these 5 numbers is 68. This is the way I like to think of it. But if you want to do it in a traditional way, then by all means, pick up your calculator, add up the 5 numbers and divide by 5. And you will see that it's 68. Number 6. Question number 6. Like I said, tomorrow I'll give you some day numbers where you can watch some average problems, and you will get something out of it. You might like it. Because sometimes when the problems involve concept of average, the numbers are horrendous. And the numbers are horrendous, and if you insist on doing it in the classical way with the calculator, not only it takes more time, but you're also more likely to make some mistakes. It's very easy to punch in the wrong number. And the calculator is not going to scream at you if you punch in the wrong one. Just think logically. Think logically. And it only takes a few seconds. Look, if somebody asks you to find the average of 60, 60, 70, and 70, and 80, I don't know what the average is. I really don't know. But I see a couple of 70, I see a 60. Why don't we take $10 from him and give it to this guy? So he gets $10, he loses $10. This is 70, and this is 70. And these are already 70, and these are already 70. But this guy is still $10 short. That's not going to do the job. Ask yourself, how do you divide $10 equally among 5 people? By taking $2 from everybody. So what is going on technically is this. We're taking $2 from here, 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 and we are taking $2 for him. We're taking $2 from everybody. Now he becomes 58. Watch what happens. He becomes 58, he becomes 68, he becomes 68, he becomes 68, and 68. But remember, we took $10 from everybody. Everybody has contributed $10, including this guy. And now we give it back to him. So now everybody is 68. Do you understand? As I always explain to my students, average is a communist concept where everybody is equal. Everybody is equally poor, but everybody is equal. Number 6. Question number 6. On the number line above, we are given T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Alright, question simply is, what's the closest value of U plus V? Well, I'm not going to draw every single one of them because we're not interested in all the others. We are simply interested in, so here's our 0, here's our -1, V and W. V to me looks right in the middle, -1/2. And U, if you look closely, is somewhere here, which to me looks like -3/4. So it's basically U plus V is -3/4, U is 3/4, -3/4, and this is -1/2. And if you add up -3/4 and -1/2, half is same as 2/4. Half can be written as -2/4, which is what half means. 2/4 make half. 2/4 and a 3/4 is going to give us -5/4. But remember, they're asking us the absolute value of it. You have to pay attention. There is an absolute value again around every one of them. We're looking for absolute value. Absolute value of negative 5 quarter is positive 5 quarters. Is positive 5 quarters. So we have to go on this side. This is 1. And positive 5 quarter is same as 1 and 1 quarter. 1 and 1 quarter is not going to be z. Z is way too close to 2. Z to me looks like 1 and 3 quarter. This is your 2, and here's your y. This to me looks like 1 and 1 quarter. Here's your z, which looks to me as 1 and 3 quarter. The answer is y. We are looking for 1 and 1 quarter, positive 5/4. That's it. Number 7. That's it. We are done with this one. Problem number 7. X equals half, we are told. Question is how much is 1 over x plus 1 over x minus 1. Let's first find out 1 over x. 1 over x is going to be 1 over 1/2. And what do we do when we have a fraction on the bottom? We take it and we multiply by the reciprocal of it. So it becomes 1 times 2 over 1, which is same as 2. Let's figure out 1 over 1 minus, or rather, yes, 1 over half minus 1, which is same as 1 over negative 1/2. The difference between 1 over half and then 1 over negative 1/2, there is no difference except it has a negative sign of it in front of it, so it's going to be negative 2. That's all. It's going to be negative 2. So the first quantity here, 1 over x is positive 2, and then we have plus 1 over x minus 1, which we just found out is negative 2. So it's positive 2 and a negative 2, as we can see here. I'm not going to do this out because it's the exact same thing, except it's got a negative in front of it. Because half minus a 1, half minus 1 is negative half. So that's where we get negative half here. 1 over negative half, or if you like, it doesn't take that long, is same as 1 times negative 2 over 1, which of course is going to give us negative 2. So we have a positive 2 and a negative 2, and we're being asked to add them. Positive 2 and a negative 2, of course, is going to give us a big fat 0. The answer is B. Answer is B. That's all. I will see you tomorrow, where we'll continue with problem number 8. Alright? Bye now.